In most glove boxes, there's an owner's manual, and every owner's manual will have a specifications system or specifications section. In every specification section, there's a lubrication system thing, and this is your oil capacity with filter, and then this would be your oil capacity without filter. So we're changing it with the filter with 0W20 motor oil because it says that you find out what your engine is. My engine is a 2.4 4-cylinder, and then it says you'll need 4 quarts, and down here it says that your engine can use a 5W20 or a 0W20 engine oil. But if you read a little further, it says 0W20 is the best choice for good fuel economy and good starting in cold weather. And since we're going into winter, we're going to put a 0W20 in. So this is your engine, and in here they'll have a oil dipstick where you check how much oil you have in your car. And then this is your oil fill, and it also says what oils your engine can take. So most people don't have a lift in their garage, but if you do, and you look under, there should be 2 little notches, and that's your jacking point. So you'll line up your little jacks with the jacking point, and the same goes for if you have a jack stand such as this or a ramp. This is your transmission, and you don't want to drain your transmission fluid, so it normally has like a little plug or something, but it's less obvious than your oil, and this is where your oil is. You'll take this off, and then your filter is up here, and that's another thing. That's another thing we're gonna change. And then this is our oil pan, and just because it's easy here, we have a nice big one. They come in a little bit smaller too. And then you move it underneath, and we'll take the bowl off, and it'll drain. Take it out. Yum. You're gonna want to wait for it to drain all the way until it is completely empty. Once it's just dripping, you're gonna put the plug back in, and you're gonna do a little hand action here till it's kind of, nice tight. And then you take this guy. Hopefully it's going the right way. Nope. And you tighten it. You don't have to push it. You don't have to make it super duper tight, but just make it tight enough that, don't think it's gonna come out. This is a filter changer.
Filter wrench.
Filter wrench, and the handle is smooth for which way you want to put it. So if you want to, this would be your filter. If you want to tighten it, you put it this way, and if you want to loosen it, you put it this way. So you loosen up with a tool, and then you spin it with your hand a little bit, and once you finish, some oil should, there it goes, come out. And so you can see your gasket here, and you want to make sure that your gasket comes out with the filter because your new one also has a gasket on it, and you want to, because if there's 2 gaskets when you put the new one in, then your oil will actually leak instead of the gasket will help it not leak.
Okay.
So when you put your new filter in, it needs a little lubrication around the gasket. So you dip your finger in your oil, and then you just put a little light coat around the gasket. And then you spin it in by hand until it is hand tight, if I can get it. That's hand tight to me. Might. And then add a quarter turn with your tool. And once you have your car back down and your hood up, you're gonna want to unscrew your oil cap and find a nice safe place. I chose right here so that it doesn't fall into the engine bay. Then you put your funnel in there, and then you grab your oil, and it'll be marked liters, quarts. We're using quarts, so 1, 2, 3, 4 full. It's a little off, but because I'm holding it. And you'll want to pour it in and then check until you get to 1 quart left, because my car only takes 4 quarts. So, and say that's about a quart left, so we're full. Then we take this away. I'll put it over here so it doesn't drip into the engine. And then you take your cap and you put it back on so it's hand tight and get it nice and even. There we go. Who knew turning things would be such a struggle? And tight, and you're good to go. We're gonna back the car out. We'll put the hood down and everything, back it out, let it run for a minute to make sure, and then check your oil here to make sure that it's full and it's working. And it's a good idea that when you check your oil, change your oil, whatever, you check your other fluids in your car so that you can make sure that you're good until the next time you need to change your oil. So this is your coolant, and on the side it has a little mark that says full, and then lower down, if you can see that little mark right there, is empty. This is your wiper fluid. Mine has a little thing in it to check. Yours not, mine not. And then over here, there's your brake fluid, and either they have like, I think mine has a max on the side, but it can also be at just the seam. And then you have a minimum down lower. So now, car's down, car's out. We're gonna check our oil to make sure it's full. First you wanna wipe it because the car's been running, the oil's festered. And then you dip it back in, and you can see it's up to that second notch. And it'll be a little hard to see because the oil's still clean, but the first notch is when it's empty. Then you can put that back in there. And there should be a little sticker on your windshield. It says the number of miles till the next oil change, and you'll want to replace that. And we used the number of miles that was on my car plus 6,000 because we used synthetic oil. And then to turn your engine maintenance required will light off, you'll have to look that up on YouTube because every car is different.